While this Netflix original is pretty historically accurate, we have noticed some notable changes.
You can't look at anything without seeing its faults.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 5 facts The Crown got wrong. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at some alterations and inconsistencies that the creators of The Crown made when adapting the story of Queen Elizabeth II's life.
What else am I supposed to do? Sit around and wait for you while you're queening?
Queening?
Yes, queening.
Number 5. The timeline of King George VI's lung cancer. In one of the first scenes of the first episode of The Crown, we see King George VI suffering from serious symptoms of his lung cancer. This scene and the rest of the episode are set in 1947. But in fact, George didn't actually receive a lung cancer diagnosis until several years later. Similarly, in the scene depicting the operation where the king has one of his lungs removed, his family is shown sitting in a waiting room, when in fact it was only his wife who was present in the palace during the actual in-home surgery.
I'm happy to say the procedure went well, and that His Majesty's immediate post-operative condition is satisfactory.
Number 4. Prince Philip's comments to the Kenyan dignitaries. In 1952, when King George died, Elizabeth and Philip were in fact on a trip visiting countries of the Commonwealth, including Kenya.
The BBC offers profound sympathy to Her Majesty the Queen and the royal family.
Most things about this trip were depicted accurately, except for the scene where Prince Philip makes some insensitive comments to the Kenyan dignitaries.
Oh gosh, look, I've got that one. And that one, actually. Oh Christ, I've got that one too, look. Oh, come off it. Where did you steal that one from, eh?
There is no record of this exchange actually taking place, but Philip has become known over the years for putting his foot in his mouth on important occasions. So we're guessing the show's creators wanted to make a representation of this.
Like the hat.
It's not a head, it's a crown.
Number 3. Elizabeth's pregnancy timeline was wrong. This change is a minor one, but if you're looking to the show for historical accuracy, you would have definitely noticed it. In the opening episode, we see Elizabeth and Philip's wedding, and then a sequence of scenes from their first year as a married couple.
Sheer perfection.
Then the caption reads, 12 months later, 8 months pregnant. But this isn't quite accurate. Their wedding took place on November 20th, 1947, and Prince Charles was born on November 14th, 1948, meaning that 12 months after their wedding, he was almost a week old. Number 2. The fog didn't cause panic.
Be careful out there. It's a real pea souper.
The Crown focuses an entire episode on the Great Smog of London, which took place over several days in December of 1952. While it's true that many died as a result of the thick smog that overtook the city, this was mostly realized after the fact. And there wasn't actually a sense of panic or emergency during the event itself. During the same episode, we see Winston Churchill's secretary, a woman named Venetia Scott, who was hit by a car during smog. But such a woman never existed. As such, the conflict it caused between Churchill and the Queen was also fabricated. Number 1. Philip did not refuse to kneel. In episode 5 of The Crown, we see the lead up to Elizabeth's 1953 coronation as well as the event itself. One of the major storylines in this arc is the fact that Philip does not want to kneel in front of Elizabeth at the coronation.
Are you my wife or my queen?
I'm both.
I want to be married to my wife.
I am both, and a strong man will be able to kneel to both.
I will not kneel before my wife.
Firstly, there is no record of any conflict like this taking place. And considering Philip's own royal upbringing, it seems unlikely he would be unwilling to follow protocol.
Beg you make an exception for me.
No.
The idea that he would want to break tradition and dishonor his wife in that way is unrealistic, though it may have been meant to represent the other ways in which he disagreed with Elizabeth. It made for good television, though.
I, Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, to become your liege man of life and limb and of earthly worship. In faith and truth I will bear unto you, to live and die against all manner of folks, so help me God.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.